Have you ever caught yourself pausing at the bottom of the stairs, just to gather a little strength before climbing them? Or maybe you've noticed that a task you used to breeze through, carrying the groceries, bending down to tie your shoes, even opening a stubborn jar, now takes just a bit more effort. If so, you're not alone. These moments whisper to us that time is moving forward. But here's the secret few talk about. While we can't turn back the clock, we can turn the page to a new chapter filled with energy, strength, and joy, no matter our age. Today, I want to take you somewhere special, to a small cluster of islands in Japan where people regularly live to be 90, 100, even 110, with a spark in their eye and spring in their step. It's not luck. It's not perfect genes. It's something much more empowering. It's their longevity, habits, small, beautiful rituals woven into their everyday life. And these secrets to long life aren't out of reach. In fact, they're surprisingly simple. Japanese longevity is world famous, especially in places like Okinawa, often called a blue zone, one of the rare places where people live longer and healthier than almost anywhere else. But this isn't just about living longer. It's about living well, feeling light in your own body, clear in your mind, and connected in your heart. Isn't that what we all want in this season of life? Let me tell you about Misako. She's 83, and she still tends to her small vegetable garden every morning. Not because she has to, but because it brings her joy. The first habit that shocked me when I learned about her life wasn't some exotic supplement or strict workout. It was the simple act of movement, gentle, daily motion that never stopped, even in her later years. Misako doesn't go to a gym. She doesn't count steps on a smartwatch, but she moves naturally, stretching to hang laundry in the sun, walking, barefoot on the soft grass, kneeling to plant seeds in her tiny garden. In Japan, movement is woven into life. They squat, bend, and stretch dozens of times a day without even thinking about it. And here's the beautiful part. This kind of movement keeps their joints fluid, their muscles strong, and their balance sharp. Science confirms it. Frequent, low-impact movement helps prevent falls, improves circulation, and keeps your metabolism humming. If your knees aren't what they used to be, that's okay. Try this. Take 5 minutes each morning to do a slow stretch by your window. Reach your arms overhead like you're welcoming the morning sky, then gently roll your shoulders back. Even standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times, slowly and with intention, can make a powerful difference over time. That's something Misako does too. She says it helps her feel awake in her bones. And something lovely happens when you begin to move more freely again. You feel younger, not just in your body, but in your spirit, like life has room to breathe again. Have you ever wished you could feel lighter in your own body again? That brings me to the second habit that caught my heart. And it all starts in the kitchen. Picture this. A small wooden table, the scent of miso broth gently rising from a steaming bowl, delicate vegetables arranged like a painter's palette. That's breakfast for 76-year-old Haruto, who still bikes through his neighborhood each afternoon. His meals are simple but incredibly nourishing. Here's the key: variety, portion, and purpose. The traditional Japanese diet is rich in vegetables, seaweed, fermented foods, and small portions of fish. But one standout secret: the humble soybean. Soybeans show up in their meals as tofu, miso, natto, and edamame. These aren't just filling. They're full of plant-based protein and something called isoflavones, which gently support hormonal balance and heart health, especially as we age. Studies even suggest that eating soy regularly can help protect bones and muscles, helping seniors feel more stable and strong. If you're curious, try this small shift. Add half a cup of steamed edamame to your lunch, or sip a warm cup of miso soup in the evening. It's soothing, nourishing, and simple. Haruto says he feels clean and light after his meals, not sluggish or heavy. And that's the goal: Not eating less, but eating smarter. Foods that love you back. And maybe, just maybe, preparing these meals can become a ritual you look forward to. Play soft music. Light a candle. Let your kitchen become a space of healing and intention. If you've ever felt frustrated by the way your energy dips throughout the day, you'll find comfort in this next habit. It's one that may surprise you, and it's not about food or exercise. It's about connection. Let me introduce you to Keiko. She's 91, and every afternoon at 3 o'clock she walks to her neighbor's house to have tea. They sit on tatami mats, sip green tea from tiny cups, and laugh about old times. This is more than a social visit. It's a lifeline. In Japanese culture, there's a word, moai, that means a lifelong circle of friends who support each other through every season of life. This kind of close-knit connection isn't just sweet, it's powerful. Studies have found that emotional connection and community are as important to a long lifespan lifestyle as diet or exercise. In fact, loneliness can affect health as deeply as smoking or poor nutrition. If it's been a while since you shared a slow conversation with someone who truly sees you, maybe this is your invitation. Call an old friend, sit with a neighbor, or leave a simple "me too" in the comments, just to say, "I'm still here and I'm still open." You might be surprised who responds. There's something profoundly healing about being known. As Keiko once said, "Even when my hands forget how to sew, my friends remember who I am." Isn't that beautiful? So maybe the path to healthy aging isn't paved with hard rules or expensive routines. Maybe it's found in the quiet strength of daily movement, in bowls of warm miso soup, and in laughter shared across generations. These centenarian habits aren't just traditions, they're blueprints for aging well and living fully. What if one small choice could change how you feel tomorrow? Let that question settle in your heart, and when you're ready, we'll keep walking this path together. There's something almost magical about watching the sun rise while the world is still quiet. Have you ever stood by the window in those early morning hours and felt that deep sense of stillness, like time was giving you a soft moment to catch your breath? In Okinawa, many elders start their days this way. Not rushed, not distracted, but with intention. It's not just a peaceful ritual. It's one of their secrets to long life. A quiet mind in the morning leads to a steady heart throughout the day. We sometimes forget that how we begin our day shapes everything that comes after. And that brings me to another gentle habit of Japanese longevity: living with purpose. They have a beautiful word for it, Ikigai, which loosely translates to reason for being. But it's not about grand achievements or productivity. It can be as simple as tending to a houseplant, folding paper into cranes, or preparing a meal for someone you love. It's the small reasons that pull you forward, the feeling that your life still matters. And oh, how deeply it does. Take Hiroshi, for example. At 79, he no longer works in the fields like he used to, but every morning he walks to the local school and helps the children cross the street. Rain or shine, he's there with his yellow vest, a wave, and a gentle smile. It gives him something to look forward to, a sense of belonging. Studies show that having a daily purpose, no matter how small, can lower stress, support the immune system, and even protect against cognitive decline. It's like fuel for the soul, so ask yourself gently, what makes me feel needed? Maybe it's calling your grandchild to say, "I'm proud of you," or caring for a pet, or even writing down your memories so others can one day read them and feel close to you. If that idea touches something in you, let it bloom. Your Ikigai doesn't have to be loud, it only has to be real. Now let's talk about something your body will thank you for every single day: hydration. I know it sounds simple, but in Japan, hydration is almost treated like an art. And not just with water, but with warm, antioxidant-rich teas that support long lifespan lifestyles in the most nourishing way. Green tea, in particular, is cherished. It's packed with something called catechins, which help reduce inflammation and support heart and brain health. And when enjoyed warm and mindfully, it also calms the nervous system, something especially important for aging well. Think of Sachiko, age 85, who begins her morning by holding her teacup with both hands, breathing in the gentle steam before her first sip. It's not rushed. It's not multitasked. It's a moment of connection with herself and with the day. That calm beginning sets the tone. Even something as simple as switching your mid-morning coffee to a cup of warm green tea can help you feel more balanced, more awake without the jitters, and more in tune with your body's rhythm. Try this. Tomorrow morning, prepare 1 cup of green tea, just 1. Sit with it. No phone, no distractions. Let the ritual ground you. You might notice something unexpected. Your breath slowing, your shoulders softening, your thoughts becoming quieter. And speaking of rhythm, one of the hidden mistakes many seniors unknowingly make is letting their sleep schedule drift with the seasons of retirement. Without the structure of work or busy family life, it's easy to fall into irregular patterns, late nights, long naps, or fragmented sleep. But in Japan, elders often rise and rest with the sun. They follow the gentle wisdom of nature's clock. Good sleep isn't just rest, it's restoration. While we sleep, our brains tidy up, our muscles repair, and our memories settle into place. And yet, so many people over 60 struggle to get the kind of deep, restful sleep they truly need. There's a small trick from Japanese tradition that can help: the evening wind-down ritual. Before bed, many elders take a warm bath, not hot, just gently warm, to soothe the body and signal to the brain that it's time to slow down. Then they sip a cup of barley tea or chamomile, turn off bright lights, and create a peaceful environment for rest. No screens, no late-night noise, just calm. If falling asleep has been hard lately, you might try setting a consistent bedtime, dimming the lights after dinner, and listening to soft music or nature sounds. Even placing a few drops of lavender oil on your pillow can invite better sleep. Your body craves rhythm. It wants to know when to rest and when to rise. Give it that gentle structure, and you may find your energy returning in beautiful ways. There's a story that stays with me about a woman named Aiko, who at 89 had been feeling foggy and tired. Her doctor told her everything was fine, but she knew something wasn't quite right. Then, a friend suggested she start a simple evening tea ritual, followed by reading 1 chapter of an old novel she loved. Within a few weeks, her sleep improved. She said it felt like the fog had cleared. Sometimes it's not medicine we need, it's rhythm, ritual, and care. And through it all, one thread ties every Japanese longevity habit together: respect for simplicity. Whether it's movement, food, friendship, or rest, they don't chase extremes. They embrace balance. They honor the little things. And that's a powerful lesson for any lifestyle for seniors who want to age with grace and strength. So if something here has touched your heart, if you've ever felt the longing for more calm mornings, deeper sleep, or a renewed sense of purpose, I'd love to hear it. Just drop a "me too" or "I'm ready" in the comments. It's a small way to say, I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm still growing. You don't need to change everything at once. In fact, the beauty of this path is in taking it one gentle step at a time. Because sometimes, all it takes is one small change to shift everything. Have you ever noticed how a single quiet moment, shared with yourself or someone else, can bring you back to life? Maybe that's where true healing begins. There's something deeply comforting about knowing you don't have to rush anymore. That at this stage in life, the pace can slow. Not because you've lost your rhythm, but because you've finally found it. And in Japan, that rhythm carries a quiet wisdom, a sense that aging isn't something to fear, but something to honor. The lines on your face, the softness in your steps, they're not signs of weakness. They're proof of a life well lived, and they hold clues to aging well, if we're willing to listen. One of the most touching habits among Japan's elders, especially in the blue zone regions like Okinawa, is how they move, not with the urgency of exercise routines or gym schedules, but with gentle, flowing movement woven into daily life. No one's counting steps. There are no timers, just natural motion, gardening, sweeping, walking to visit a friend. Their homes are designed to keep the body moving. Sitting on the floor means standing up strengthens your legs. Meals are prepared by hand, not machines. This lifestyle, so beautifully ordinary, is actually extraordinary for longevity. There's a woman named Etsuko. At 91, she still tends to her garden every morning. She bends slowly, pulling weeds, her fingers brushing the soil like an old friend. She says it keeps her grounded, literally and emotionally. And science backs her up. Gentle movement, like this boosts circulation, supports joint health, and even lifts mood by increasing the release of feel-good chemicals in the brain. You don't have to garden to feel this. Even 5 minutes of gentle stretching in the morning or walking around your living room during a favorite song can reawaken your body's natural grace. Here's something you can try today. After your next meal, instead of sitting down right away, take a slow walk for just 10 minutes. Not fast, not far. Just enough to help your food digest better, lower your blood sugar, and ease tension in your joints. It's such a small habit, but it's a cornerstone of the long lifespan lifestyle practiced quietly across Japan. And now I want to share one more habit, something that may surprise you, because it has nothing to do with food or exercise or even routine. It's the habit of community, real connection, feeling seen, supported, and understood. In Japan, elders are not tucked away or left behind. They're celebrated. They gather often in little groups called moai, small circles of friends committed to looking out for one another. They laugh, they share meals, they show up for each other. And they live longer, not just because of what they eat or do, but because they're not alone. Loneliness, especially in later life, can quietly chip away at vitality. It increases stress hormones, weakens the immune system, and can even affect memory. But when you feel like someone has your back, when your name matters to someone, it lights a spark inside that nothing else can replace. If that spark feels dim for you right now, please know this. It's not too late to find your people. Maybe it starts with a weekly call to someone you've drifted from. Maybe it's joining a local class, a walking group, or even commenting below this video and saying, "I'm here." Because you are. And it matters. There's a man named Masaru who lost his wife in his 70s. For months, he hardly spoke. Then one day, a neighbor invited him to a small poetry circle. He said no at first. Then finally, he came and read one line from a poem his wife had loved. That was all it took. He kept coming back. Slowly, his spark returned. Not all at once, but gently, with every shared smile and story. That's the power of community. It doesn't just extend your life, it deepens it. And just as they care for each other emotionally, Japanese elders also practice one last habit that beautifully ties everything together: mindful eating. Not just what they eat, but how. Meals are eaten slowly, with gratitude in small portions. There's even a saying, hara hachi bu, which means eat until you are 80% full. It's not about dieting or restriction, it's about listening, letting your body speak, giving it what it needs and nothing more. Portion control, when practiced this way, isn't a punishment. It's a form of kindness. It helps digestion, reduces inflammation, and gives your body the time it needs to rest and repair. And when meals are shared, as they often are in Japan, they become moments of connection, not just nourishment. You don't have to change your whole kitchen or start cooking elaborate meals. Maybe tonight you sit down to eat with soft music. In the background, maybe you light a candle or say a quiet thank you before your first bite. These moments, these small rituals, turn eating into something sacred again, something your body and spirit both look forward to. So what have we really uncovered in these Japanese longevity habits? Not secrets locked in a lab or routines only. The disciplined can follow, but small, soulful ways of living that honor the body, nourish the heart, and keep the mind clear. They remind us that healthy aging isn't about clinging to youth. It's about embracing this chapter with wisdom, curiosity, and care. If something in this video spoke to you, if a part of you stirred and thought, maybe I could do that, I hope you'll say so. Even just writing "I'm ready" in the comments can be the first step in your own moai, your circle of support. Let's remind each other that we are still here, still growing, still capable of transformation. And if this video brought you comfort, insight, or even just a moment of calm, tapping the like button is a gentle way to say you're part of this journey with us. And if you'd like more moments like this, real, simple, human, subscribe. This space is for you, because this is your chapter. Not the end, but the turning of a page. A moment to rediscover the strength and softness you've always carried. A moment to say, I'm still becoming. Even the smallest steps, a cup of tea, a short walk, a shared word, can help you feel stronger, more connected, and more alive. And aging? It isn't about fading away, it's about rediscovering the strength and wisdom you've carried all along.